ladies, my name's Carmen and I'm in Tammy's unit. Super excited to teach you guys about some profit and how we track it and everything in our Mary Kay. Just a couple things. I've named this 4 reasons to track your profit. When I first started this business, I did not do this, and so I got so excited about the money I was making that I put it right back into my business and didn't track it, didn't know what happened to it, so I get this awesome profit, and then I look at my bank account a little while later and say, oh, it's all gone. So 2 years later, 3 years later, I'm finally realizing how this whole thing works. You're supposed to pay yourself. So in order to pay yourself, we've got to track what's going on. So here's some other reasons why this is a great idea to do this. So reason number 1, it helps me balance my account when I'm placing an order. So if I'm going online, I'm in MK in Touch, and I'm in there and I'm placing my order, and I know how much profit I have left. When I place my order, I won't go crazy, right? So I'm in there ordering all the inventory, all that fun stuff that my customers have ordered, and then I can keep track of it. Okay, wait, I can't spend over this because this is my profit. I don't want to spend all my profit, so it helps me be mindful as I'm placing my orders. Second, it helps me know what to pay myself. If you know that number, you know what check to write yourself, which is amazing. And 3, it helps me know what money to put towards debt. So you may have a different goal, vacation, whatever it might be, but mine is school loans. And so I know how much I can send to my wonderful school loan people that I love so much. 4, it helps me just track where my money goes in general, and this is for my business. So I know where my business supplies, what money's going to that. I know PCP, I know inventory, I know all of that stuff. So it helps me keep track of all these amazing items that makes our business so wonderful. And so what I've done, and Ashley Kleinsmith did a wonderful job presenting this to us before, and I've just kind of rewritten it and presented it again so that we understand. I want to walk you through it a little slower. And so I have made these amazing sheets here that have these wonderful columns that show where everything goes. So column number 1 is to date, and you can use this like a register if you want. Column 2, you're going to write deposits. Sales tax is 3, shipping, inventory, business supplies, PCP, and of course your profit, and any charities or any church that you give to. So let's walk through this, and we're going to pretend that we know what we've deposited. We're just going to do a sample one. So let's say that our deposit is $400. So our total sales plus sales tax from our party is $400, and that's what we're depositing into our checking account. So it gets deposited in. So under this little column I wrote total placed in the checking. And you can do this per week. You can do it per order. I do it at the end of the week when I get all my orders in, when I place them on Friday. Second column is sales tax. And like I said, this will be the tax that's pulled out of deposit, your total deposit, because it included your sales tax already. And so for your sales tax, you're going to do that $400, and then you're going to multiply it by whatever your local sales tax is. Here in Wichita, it's 7.5%, so we would multiply that $400 number by 0.075, and we would get $30. I didn't write it here, but you can write it there. You get $30, and next, shipping is $9.35, so this is for if you're placing orders on Mary Kay in Touch. It goes in this column, $9.35. Inventory. Okay, so this number, 400 minus 30, goes here, 370. Divide that number by 2, and you get 185. Okay, so that's your inventory. That's that 50% number that goes towards ordering the products your customers have ordered from you. Now, we talk about the 60-40 split a lot, and this is where that comes into play. So you got 50% that you're giving back to the company to get your product. And then you got your business supplies, which is our next category, which is 5%. And then PCP, which is also 5%. So that's where we get our 60% total from. Okay, so under inventory, we figured out that our inventory is $185. Okay, so from that $370, before you divide it by 2, you're going to take out 5%. And so let's see, that would be 370 times 0.05, which is 1850. And it's the same number in the business and the PCP column. Alright, so now we're getting down to the fun part. This is our profit. This is what we've been waiting on. So this is how we do this one. We'll do our inventory, which is 185. We'll subtract the 1850 for business supplies. We'll subtract another 1850 for PCP, and then the shipping at 935. That number goes in the profit column, and it's 135, at least for me, with my tax rate. And then the very last column I mentioned before is for charity or church, for tithe offering, whatever, and 10% or whatever you give, you can track that here. So this profit column right here is what you get to pay yourself. Isn't that exciting? I love this column. It's like my best friend. So let's go back to that whole overspending thing I used to do. Once you know this number and you're like, oh man, I can get a lot of cool new products with this. Here's my suggestion. I say you should probably tell yourself that you're only going to spend a little bit of your profit if you're going to do that and put it back into your business. It's fine to do that. In fact, I used to do that quite often, but you want a paycheck. That's really the fun part about this business. And so when you know this profit number, you can say, oh, I think I'll only spend like 10% on my profit, or, if I'm going to do anything on more inventory. Because this number, where to go? There it is. This inventory number right here, that'll change based on what you already have in your account. So if you already have an amount of money set aside for inventory, you may not use it all every order. So you'll have some nesting in here somewhere anyway. But you could still use your profit towards that if you'd like, or you could buy shoes, or you could buy dinner, anything you want. It's your paycheck. It's great. So I'm super excited. Like I said, I love this column. So this is really important to me because seeing this number, this profit number, helps me know that I'm doing something right. I've got customers, I've got orders, I'm doing something that's making my business grow. And that's why this number is really, really important to us. And when you see it on paper, it makes you really want to get out and go do more and more and more because you have this number. And so, anyways, that's my chart. I love this chart. And you can do one different. You can do it similar to what Ashley did. You can do it similar to this one. It's completely up to you. But it's your way of tracking what's going on here. A little extra tidbit here. At the end of my talk a couple nights ago, Tammy shared some really awesome information about your bank. Now, what you might not know is that your bank will let you make really cool folders on your checking account. And so you can ask them. I don't know about all banks, but some of them will. And you can actually create categories that have this already on there. And so every time that you get an order or go to place an order and you've deposited that money in, you can actually separate it out into these accounts already. Very cool. So when you go to place the next order, oh, I've got $25 in my business supply. I've got 30 in my PCP. And so it helps you keep track of those. And it's wonderful. So check with your bank and see if they'll let you divide that up online for your internet banking. Thank you guys so much for watching.